Hello and welcome to the Forge. We're doing deities this week.
I tried to cough softly, okay?
Okay. All that came through was like a little crackle, and I'm like,
Please, I didn't make a sound. You're imagining it.
oh, okay, my bad. Anyways,
Yeah.
moving on. We have me, Blue. Hi. We have Roro.
Hey, howdy.
I have Mush.
Hello.
We have Cloud.
Welcome back, Roro.
And we have Rose.
Hello.
While we're all coughing.
Yeah, well,
We're all dying.
not just.
We all have the plague.
So we're
Right.
All
doing.
of my curses have backfired.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we're
Missed us all.
that's why we're drawing deities. We have to get some divine intervention to cure the plague.
Mine's not really a good deity. I cursed us a
Oh,
little. Sorry.
excellent.
Not bad. Not good either. Like a mid ground. Like in the middle.
Electric chair.
Hey. 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 But yes. How did everyone find the deal? Fun? Was it hard? What we're thinking?
Difficult.
Oh,
I went on a roller coaster, and the problem is. Okay, no, continue. Yeah.
It was difficult.
that was it. I was questioning the
Oh,
difficult
okay.
part.
I thought there was gonna be more than.
No, I
Oh,
was
it
just questioning
difficult.
the difficult part.
I'll talk more about mine when it's my turn. Then I get to have the talking stick.
Okay. You're gonna get a brief spoiler from mine. I'm so sorry.
Ah, oh my
He's
God.
sideways. So why are we all still up? Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Say bye, guys.
I saw
So-
blood.
No, not blood.
I think.
Ooh,
So
Curious.
Jack Windows.
Ketchup sauce.
I wanted just like a majestic ass pose for her because I was like, obvious, you know.
Sorry, my brain just focused on ass.
And then I was trying to figure out how I wanted the hair to look in the background, and I was like, I wanted it to be wild, and then I changed my mind. That gets. Sorry.
You said
Excellent.
majestic ass pose, and yeah, she's
Focused
got
on her ass.
Got a dumpy. Okay, I should stop.
So the dress kind of stays the same, but it kind of changes a little bit. I removed the sleeve.
Flowy.
There was too much going on. I add like a ribbon, which also doesn't stay, because then there's also too much. Some things get retracted. My eyes were like, I don't know where I'm looking. I also redraw this background about 6 times because I just didn't like how it turned out.
Details I could never.
That's the ribbon, and I was like, ooh, okay, I like how that kind of like around his set. But then I add something else later, and I'm like, now there's too much happening. I'm like,
Delete.
Artist of details. Too many details.
Too much. Yeah, there was a little too much. So I was like, ooh. And then when I had her hair as well, I was like, oh, happening. My eyes don't.
Bleed. Bleeding out the orbitals.
So I was gonna do my normal, I guess my anime-esque style and how I kind of draw. But that also does
Don't
kind of
worry,
does.
I was not.
You're
That
pulling
does
a
still.
me.
It's still the same pose. I
This
I
is
didn't
true.
color it in how I normally trying
This
something.
is true.
I hope you all enjoy watching.
And
So
then
welcome.
Yeah.
You know, now that you mention it, I realized my head was tilted to the side.
You know, I'm pretty sure I could.
So
I tilt.
Oh God.
I
Oh
can.
Connection.
god.
Eh,
Wow. Wow.
wow.
Yeah.
there you go. You're welcome. Now it's a lot
You know what?
smaller.
What can
I
I
quite
say?
enjoyed. No, I quite enjoyed having a crick in my neck.
We
Reverse.
we are very professional on this channel.
Huh?
Yes, absolutely.
My bad. I
Always.
put it out the wrong way. I sometimes wish
Ooh.
it would show how much I zoom in and zoom out because canvas is fun so many times that it's actually a little wild. But you don't get to see it because it doesn't actually show that part, and it upsets me. Oh, I wish you could see how erratic it is when I'm like, okay, this needed.
Oh, you get to see that on mine.
I honestly
Mm.
get really self-conscious at how much I rotate or like flip the canvas.
No, there's nothing wrong with it.
It gets dizzying when you're
Oh.
watching it back sped up.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. That makes a little sense. So I used my wonderful hairbrush that I
You
found.
know, I should
Like,
edit the video to include screen shake.
Oh
Why?
lord.
like we'll
You just
We're
add a
already
view
though.
bob to it, like a video game.
I feel like she's for the
Or
background. Welcome to the
or I
crooked
make the
neck,
video
guys.
rotate slowly.
There you
The video
go.
rotates slowly. I just had flashbacks to Doki Doki Literature Club.
No.
Okay, enough of that copyright infringement.
She
Wait,
said
I
she's
forgot
not
that
quite
done.
good,
Bum,
not
bum.
quite past her.
Yes.
Mhm.
So he's called Noctra.
Oh, night powers? Shadow powers?
uh
Ooh.
so I wouldn't say she's not a goddess
Shadow
of
Knight
death
powers.
in a sense. She's not quite. She's essentially, think of that moment before death where death could be avoided.
Mm-hmm.
If you could trade something in
Oh.
terms of not then dying, that is what she is. She is that moment before death.
Ooh.
Um
Ooh.
so people, she's kind of referred to as a dark deity because of death, but she isn't
But
partial
not
to people.
really.
Yeah, she's not partial to people dying or
So-
living. She's just kind of like, if you give me something,
I'm
live.
just doing my job, for God's sake. Don't give me labels. Don't put me in a box. How dare you?
Look, look, I'm here to
Don't mind me, I'm just fighting with the
make
hair.
it the weekend special.
Ah, okay. Why did you remove it? Why?
You'll see the hair change about 4 times. Don't worry. Because at this point, I was still gonna initially draw it
Why?
like I would normally. Then I changed my mind. So now it's more of a block having a lot of details. I just wanted to try something.
I don't.
Oh, my bad.
No, yeah, I do know.
My bad. My bad. So I blocked out the color instead because I thought, like, especially with the red behind it,
It does look quite nice.
You were correct.
I was just trying.
From this angle, it looks like she's fallen off a height and is
Ah.
bleeding out on the concrete.
Oh my god, it does.
I mean that in the most artistic way possible. Can't talk.
You see how I like added the ribbon? I'm like, ooh, this is happening. Like my brain doesn't know where to look. The ribbon.
Mhm.
I tried to change the color, and I'm like, no, I still hate it. I'm like, the ribbon's gone now. It might pop back up at some
No.
point where I decide if I want it, but it doesn't. But everything else you see stays in it. Changed.
The ribbon's there, you just can't see it.
Yeah, it's just invisible now.
It's in her
Magical.
pocket, because her dress has pockets.
Every good dress should have pockets.
Ooh,
Hell yeah.
Preach!
yeah.
If you don't give her
Advertising.
something, she strangles you with the ribbon. That's how it. That's how. It works.
That's how you die.
She strangles you with the ribbon and then hangs up your body on the beam.
That dark. Die.
Um,
So
No,
she normally
I
would
like that
ask.
idea. This basically leaves you for the Grim Reaper. Like you're on your own now.
She normally would ask for like a
No.
memory or a name of someone you love or some variable of the phone, something that you can kind of cope with losing, but it's precious to
Making
you.
me forget pretty crimson
Bilbo
woman.
Baggins.
The
But she
evolution
accepts
forge.
sacrifice.
No.
I'm joking. Don't kill me. Don't fire me, boss. Yeah. God.
Free
Here she is.
speech.
Yeah.
Woo!
Like I said, I did it a
I
little
like the
bit
negative
different to
colors.
how I would normally. I don't know. And then normally
She's a
Bodhi.
woman.
Mm.
I was giving it a try.
I
Looks
feel like
cool.
Hey, so
this
nice.
is
Very
giving
contrasting.
either Rose or classic anime trope Spider Lily. Spider Lily?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a spider lily.
Spider Lily of
Want you to
Death.
know the big hands hit my soul. Ryan shade. Because I was like, I need it at this kind of some light, but then I put it in negative and I'm like, I did it backwards. I'm like, it's fine. Like, doesn't matter. I'm like, it's a deity, it's
looks
fine. It
great
doesn't
this
it
way.
doesn't need to count. It doesn't need to be right.
It doesn't need to make sense.
Exactly.
It
I
just
said it
needs to
first.
do.
Get out of my attic.
Yeah, it was
It's your
fun.
roaster.
Are you ready?
As I'll ever be.
Gonna be a slight spoiler, and I'm sorry.
Side spoiler. Ah!
Oh God! Ah! Avert your eyes. Or eye in this case.
Okay.
Haha.
Yes. I this I I
Hi.
I like the delayed giggle of like, wait, that was funny.
I'm so stupid, y'all. Uh, but yeah, she's a mono eye. She's a cyclops. She is a goddess of the sun, and she's got a twin brother who's the god of the moon. Cause I think that's just neat. And I based her design. I did a similar concept, but not the same when I was younger, and I was like, I want to draw that girl again. And this is actually the second drawing because the first one was so bad that I had to restart the entire canvas. Like it
Lord.
Mhm.
I
Sounds familiar.
I like I couldn't even in good conscience leave the other stuff in like the video. It just turned out really bad, and I was like, symmetry tool, help me. And that's what I did.
Symmetry tool saves lives.
It does.
Saves live
But
and time.
hmm and I
I don't
also
use it enough.
decided to give her forearms because I don't know why. I was literally sitting there being like, I'm gonna give her forearms for no reason.
Make your
To
own life
represent the phase.
difficult.
Yeah,
You could add four arms to represent like the compass, and how the
that
sun
is
is always
true.
north.
Yeah, that is totally why I added forearms.
Good job,
And the sun is
Mushy.
always
Good
been
And
job.
north.
four arms represent the seasons too. That's
Oh,
why there's four
Oh,
seasons. Woo!
big brain.
big brain.
Big brain. Yeah, very wrinkly.
Very wrinkly.
In my case,
And
it's
I'm
as
It's not the
smooth as a
it's not
river.
about the size of the brain. It's about the wrinkliness of it. Make sure to soak your brain in water so it's extra wrinkly.
It's
yeah.
not about the size of the brain, it's about the size of your eyeball.
Yes. That
Mhm.
is why
Determines
she is
your
a
Did you see a
goddess.
godliness.
pug skull? Like, what
Yeah.
Yeah!
man-made horror is that thing?
It is a man-made horror.
It's
Yeah,
weird.
We
because there's
made
no
them
way.
like that.
Because no merciful God would make such a thing.
Why have we done this?
We're pugs indeed.
I can't remember what pugs were originally bred for, like what we wanted them to do. Were they like hunting? Did they hunt rats like Yorkie or something?
I think
I
that's
don't know.
chihuahuas. I think cat hunt. Cat and my
Mm.
They're ickle so they
I
can get
mean,
into
it
the
sounds right.
What
bugs are.
were
Mhm.
pugs
I
bred
love the tangents.
for?
Yeah. Well, you gotta do something, because I'm out of ideas.
They were bred for lap dogs, apparently.
Oh, we
So
really
they're
are. We
always-
really are
oh
just
my
cruel.
God!
Jesus.
We're so
They just
greedy!
No, but like, why would we
they
make a
just like
lapdog that's so unbelievably loud and just like
Well, I
continuously?
don't think
You
Cause
know,
they
like they're
intended for the.
struggling to breathe.
I don't think they intended to absolutely mess up a thing by a name. Can't breathe. I think that was just a side effect of
And like,
that those poor things.
yeah.
Still
and
adorable.
they have
Don't
to
get
be
me
careful
wrong.
not to sneeze because
They
otherwise their
are, but
eyes would
it's
pop
like,
out.
yeah.
the price of
God, that
cuteness.
is a disgusting visual.
Yeah.
I accidentally imagined
Be
it, and
careful. Don't put it on its side, otherwise it might drown in its own air.
No.
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Jeez.
Yes, you
Also,
do.
I
You
realize
know.
now that I never drew the second set of hands.
What?
It's just in her
Front?
pockets.
They were supposed to be like kind of like a hands on hip
That's okay. She just looks
situation.
like she's just
Oh,
like resting. You're fine.
Okay, Gucci.
Chilling.
She just
Vibing in her deity.
yeah. She just chilling.
her
We
state
just
of
fine.
godliness.
Yeah.
Something we can never achieve because
No.
apparently we're bound for the underworld.
Yay!
Hooray!
The flames of
That's what happens
hell.
when we make pugs.
What do you mean bound? We're already there.
All right. Our clubhouse is located in
No,
hell.
you're not in the basement yet.
There's an under basement. We've all
That's
not made it
extra
there
hell.
yet. We've not built that part.
Extra hell.
Yeah. The basement
Yeah.
basement.
Hell
We're
times
digging
2.
a tunnel to
Super
hell.
basement.
Super hell.
Yeah, we're digging a
Mhm.
tunnel there so we can ask
Is
the
there a
devil for
subscription for
more.
Super Hell?
Probably.
Do you
Yeah,
need to pay like
you
a
have to pay.
subscription for Super
That
Hell?
already exists. It's called subscriptions for the mega church.
It is subscriptions in
Mm.
the
Ooh.
Am I gonna get blasted for that? It's the truth.
Mega church
Don't
is
come for me.
No, you won't get blasted. Nobody in a mega church watches this channel
does
Good.
yeah.
I hope not for
that I
their
know
sake.
of.
They'll probably not like us. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
Probably not for you.
like a talking mushroom is definitely not kosher.
I have a unicorn horn. Rose is a automated creature. Cloud's a
Like,
cloud.
look up
Bear.
maybe
To be fair, Roro's pretty much the most normal out of all of us in terms of G.
Well, I do have it does have the lore of being a personified plastic yo-yo with string for brain.
I love that.
Or all of those.
Yeah.
I have
Also,
clouds for
currently,
brains. You have a yo-yo string for brains. Rose has gears for brains. Mushy has spores for brains. And Blue has magic. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're all a little loopy.
Yeah.
In our own special way.
Yeah.
no
in your
wonder we can
Discord,
never leave this freaking house. It's the only place that can
Spores
accept
aren't
us.
mushroom eggs, right?
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Is it not?
So yeah.
I mean, kinda,
Hmm.
because that's how
I need to Google that now.
they
Mushroom eggs.
grow new mushrooms. Spores.
Yeah, but like, if a spore just like coughs out a whole bunch of spores, then you're just like inhaling its eggs
I guess it depends
Yeah.
on the spore.
when it just like
'Cause
grows in the
some
lungs.
spores would
Yeah.
be the same as like same with like pollinate, like
Mm.
poisonous. That's then
Mm-hmm.
If she's the sun, is she nice?
She is actually pretty nice. She's a chill
She
gal.
gives people cancer.
Oh.
Unlike the botanists in our chat that are going to correct us on mushroom spores.
Gosh, Mushy. Nobody wants to know about your spores.
No. 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 I'm trying to get rid of them, okay? I shower once a day.
No one wants to know about your many copies of the game Spore that you have in the basement.
Thanks for the save,
Come
Russ.
on, come on, come on. Fun fact. Spore was made by the person that made the Sims games.
Oh my
Yeah, that's
god.
fact.
I didn't know that, but that checks out.
Yeah,
Me neither. I've never
yeah, it's
played
really
before.
good. Also, fun fact, Spore
Oh.
is one of the still one of the most advanced auto riggers.
actually.
Yeah.
Because it's cause I made it longer.
Yay.
That's so good.
My
I like
favorite is
those
her
bright,
Yay.
hairstyle
vibrant colors.
and her halo.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
another
very
prompt that
pleased.
we should do. Angels.
Yeah.
Angles.
Angles.
I'm gonna make
I
an
am a
angle.
bonus angle.
I can be
And you're
your
a right
ankle or
angle.
your deeble.
You're
I
Debo?
can I can be your ankle.
I can be your
Okay.
Okay.
Mushy. It
ankle.
is
I
your
can be
turn.
your anchor.
Death. The sun. Oh, wait, no. Death is not accurate. Moments before death. The sun. And now.
Eldritch Abomination.
No,
Why?
actually.
That's
Ah.
nice.
So
Ah!
so do you want to hear
What
the
am I
concept
looking
before
at?
or this concept currently?
Pregnant?
Life. The concept before. Hello? Hello?
Sorry, I just had to get up.
Hello?
Um,
Oh.
yeah, sorry. Um, so the case is like, do you want to hear before or after?
Before.
Because believe it or not, so before. Originally, the concept that I wanted to do before the good one, that is this one currently, was the idea of what would be if the deity of fertility and birth would have been like a woman that had like an infestation of children. So
There
you
we
remember the
go.
whole yeah, but this is not that. So it's a case of like,
What?
remember the first thing that I drew, the last note, thanatophobia one, the one with all of the holes, and it was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like this would have just been that, but like them essentially bursting out of the stomach and crawling out, and it's a case of
Wonderful.
it's supposed to symbolize the pain and the eternal birth and how life isn't necessarily all that clean and stuff. But the thing is, I looked at it and I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, and also
I
while
don't
I
want to
was just
play with
drawing,
you anymore.
I felt no, it's not necessarily that. It's just a case of like I had a change of heart midway through thinking about it. And it was a case of giving life isn't necessarily a bad thing, and it would be very disrespectful of me to just basically paint a pessimistic brush and just say like, oh, look at this, dark and edgy. Like giving life to someone is a bad thing, and in reality, it just isn't necessarily because like the whole miracle of life. So even though I don't necessarily always feel like giving birth to something is like the best thing that could have happened to a person, it is still an amazing miracle essentially to happen. So then, um, who here has seen Little Big Planet?
Seen? I
Yeah.
think I've played a game. One singular
So the
game.
whole idea of Little Big Planet is the idea of, and like this, I'm essentially talking about like the thing that I wanted this to be because it's a case like this was very much in development as I was drawing this. So the final concept that I wanted to draw, I couldn't because I just didn't have enough time. And also I spent too much time making this as I was experimenting around now with different art styles and colors and stuff. I wanted to try something new instead of just like reds, grays, blues, dark color schemes and stuff. I wanted this to be actually bright and colorful this time. Um, and
Oh,
Oh.
so
development
it's a case
this
of
year of
yes, lots of
2023.
development. It was painful, like giving birth. Um, so
It's a
it's
miracle,
a
aren't you
case
happy?
of oh yeah, I'm very happy, and I'm happy the direction I'm currently taking because it feels refreshing and it feels good not continuously drawing somber or upsetting stuff, even though I don't like. Yeah, trust me, I love Doctor Zombo just as much as the next guy. Um,
Oh,
Dr.
but
Zombo, yay.
but
to
it's a
never
case of
escape.
this felt like a genuinely good thing to draw, and like I even added a little poem. But essentially now this is just like an interpretation of how like the deity was interpreted by humans essentially, because like at least allowed me to keep this, and then the concept that I wanted to draw afterwards, after I fully realized it in the shower. But like the idea is
Ooh.
that this is like essentially a gigant, not a gigantic mother, but like the idea of a goddess that has
A giant woman.
where children are born from is the idea of people wishing for a child or having the idea of I want to bring someone into this world. And then essentially what happens is the thought crystallizes into a tiny pinprick of light that's as bright as the star, but like as small as the tip of the needle. And then essentially
Oh,
that little particle flies off, um, and then it reaches. Um, I don't necessarily know what to call this one because like the one that I wanted to draw was called the All Mother. But essentially, it goes towards the All Mother, and the All Mother, what she would do is like she would inhale it, and then her stomach is essentially um, like a giant garden. And then this thought would be planted in essentially the garden of like birth or like the forge of life, something like that. And then a flower would sprout from it. Sometimes, though, the flowers don't really make it. That's how,
uh,
like, some don't necessarily make it, but those who do, essentially, she breathes them out. And then those essentially flowers make it back to the person that originally made the wish, and then she essentially gifts people children.
that's so sweet. I love
It
this
is so sweet,
interpretation.
but the
It's
problem is,
beautiful.
this doesn't represent like the picture that I want, which is so annoying because like this is drawn, but I have a sketch of how I wanted her to look afterwards because like the idea of her afterwards is like let me talk about like how I would wanted her to be drawn, and maybe the evolution could be trying to get that idea out, but essentially she is like a giant cosmic squid, and
What
like her
does that mean?
two
Does she
gigantic
die?
no, but that's also a thing that no, she doesn't die at least, but
Oh wait, no, I'm
I
thinking
took
about
inspiration
octopus.
from yeah, but like I did take that into account, where it's like she takes care of her kids, like how an octopus takes care of their brood, she essentially nurtures them from thought to reality. And
Yeah,
once they're
but
ready, she would essentially release them back to their original mothers that had the idea of wanting to
oh,
be born. So, yeah, you see why I was having trouble? Like, this is me just
oh,
trying to figure out how I could, because I wasn't necessarily happy with the face. I was just like playing around, trying anything to get it to work until I got the idea that I wanted it to work, but then I didn't have enough time to make it work. But essentially, um, so yeah, so it's a case of as a giant squid, she would essentially like inhale them inside of the beak, and then inside of the stomach they would be like formed in like that garden, and then she would
yes.
breathe them out as like a gigantic nebula, like an ink cloud, but like instead of like the ink, it's just essentially the children's spores, like these,
Oh, see,
and then
the
that
dots are
gas or that
connecting.
cloud of dreams
Mm.
would essentially get back to the mothers, and then they would be able to make the take the child from a thought to reality.
I feel like such a prophet because I mentioned spores earlier. Praise
Yeah, but
me.
like you essentially just yeah. Here I was practicing different faces because
Ugh.
yeah,
Oh, this
it
was
was
the
fun because
sneak
like
peek that you sent us.
yeah, um,
Amazing.
but it's the case like it didn't end up in the final product because like trying to make this thing eldritch and it just didn't want to work. So it's just like, oh no, this is just because like you'll see me trying to smush this on, and it doesn't work.
Boris
Um,
could make it.
yeah, but at least I had fun just trying to shade this like you the thing. Also, I'm not gonna draw roses, so I just yoinked my previous rose that I did draw because I felt like it needed more stuff. Um, but if you want to, I could read the poem at the
Oh,
end.
oh,
Yeah, like I did an actual long poem.
ah, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We're getting artsy
Okay.
and slam poetry.
So the title, The All Mother. I did have some help writing this poem. So this is not all my words, okay? Like I'm not smart enough to make poems. But essentially like the All Mother. So when longing sparks behind closed eyes, a wish no wider than a breath, it hardens into star-pricked seed and sails the dark between all things. The All-Mother waits, vast and patient, a god of ink and constellation, her many arms capping silence as she inhales the shining hope. Within her blooms a garden endless, soil of light and chromatic flame, where some flowers fade to nothing, and some take root, stubborn and bright. Those who live rise as nebulae, released in clouds of colored dawn, returning gently to hands that dare to dream them into being. Her eyes, too vast for sense of measure, hang bright above the wheeling worlds, unblinking, pouring gentle light upon the planets where her children breathe. In that endless gaze lives boundless love, yet sorrow trembles there as well. For when a life is severed early, like a flower cut clean from its stem, it falls, it crumbles into dust, and drifts back home through darkened time, to rest once more in tender arms that have never learned to turn away. She spends herself so they may hatch, bleeds eternity into care, and when they fall back into night, she gathers them again, still watching, still loving, the cycle unbroken.
That's
So
so
That
yeah,
was
sweet.
beautiful.
That was beautiful.
That was beautiful. The entire
I
concept of
know,
the poem.
and the whole idea of it's just a purely good goddess
Yeah.
meant to breathe life and making dreams come true. And then, if you were to pass away, she would always still have a place for you to come back to.
That's so sweet. I feel warm
That's gonna
from
make me
this.
cry, bro.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
also
I'm
like
already
your like
crying. Like I'm trying
actual
my best.
form
Yeah.
sketched out in the back. That's pretty.
But it's a case of like it's like that thing of it's too big to comprehend, you know? It's like you can't you know you're standing on the earth, for example, but you can't see or comprehend the entire earth. You just know that you're standing on the earth. So it's a case of like if you were to look up at the you would not necessarily notice that you're just looking at the pupil because it stretches so vast and so far that it just looks like the sky.
That's sick. So we were kind of right when was it Roro? Was it Roro who said it was kind of eldritch? Or am I
Yeah,
talking
Yeah,
about
it
but
is
I
eldritch,
said
but it's not like a bad
it's not
eldritch
an
thing. It's just a
abomination.
cosmic scale
Yeah.
creature. But yeah,
love
it's
it.
not
I love
me.
her.
It's and that's the thing of like it's not good, but and it's definitely not bad. It just is, and it has an
Mhm.
endless amount of love for their children that they're bringing in. So yeah,
I love it.
Very
Hall of
sweet.
Fame.
thank you.
Hall of
And I
Fame.
can't, and I didn't have enough time to make it, but I think it's kind of good that it's not fully drawn. You guys can finish it. I don't, but it's a case of like the picture that is drawn is the human interpretation of it, like how religion or how a religion viewed it. Oh, like the mother that has a garden that sprouts from her
Oh,
stomach, which breathes the endless, not necessarily endless, but who brings children into the world by allowing them to grow and then be burst forth. But the thing is, like, I enjoy or I like the concept more of the All Mother, where it's a case like she breathes them in and they digest in her stomach and then she breathes them back out again.
I
Like
like that one
essentially a
better
giant
too.
pouch. Like, you know, a giant kangaroo pouch?
Yeah.
Instead of like a stomach with a garden coming out of it. The one that I drew feels really weird compared to the All Mother, like next to her. But like that's religious interpretation for you, I guess. Someone just uh took it as like, yeah, that's how that works.
It's to
But yeah,
preserve our sanity, okay?
yeah.
Mankind was not meant to witness its true form,
Mm,
but we can witness love.
yeah. What is love? Baby, don't
Baby,
hurt
don't hurt
me.
me.
You're
Copyright!
mine.
Hurt.
That's why I didn't
Everyone
sing
be
the full song,
quiet.
okay? It's a
Oh,
This is
cover, so it's
stupid.
fine.
Cloud, what did you?
what indeed? Bet you want to know.
Ah, I so I
Yeah,
do.
that's why
Yo.
you asked.
I do.
I realize now how silly that sounded, and I should leave. I really should
Oh,
take myself back to the
You
shed where I
dumb.
belong.
No, you're coming back to the basement.
no, it's cold today.
Uh, I had a few
You don't want to hang
ideas.
out in the cellar?
No.
Okay.
Unless we're cracking open a few bottles of aged alcohol. No.
A nondescript wine juice. No,
Wine juice.
nondescript
Wine
grape juice.
juice.
Wine and
Mhm.
juice.
It's like
Uh,
Ah,
it's set up to become wine, but it hasn't sit long enough to actually be wine, so it's still juice.
Yes, see.
ooh. He is a seal. I had a few ideas before this, but they were very stale in my head, so I asked a few of my friends in another server for some ideas to play around with. And somebody did suggest like a guiding deity, and somebody also suggested a lighthouse deity, so I kind of took those and
Ah.
played around with that concept. I initially thought about making him a, a seagull, but then I thought I've already drawn a bird. Already drawn a
Something
bird,
different.
and that wasn't fun. That wasn't very fun, so I'm gonna go with a seal because you do see some seals close to lighthouses. So let me introduce you to Shuck. He is a lighthouse guardian deity. He's a lesser deity created by the god of the lighthouse that he watches over. And basically, that was his job, just managing and keeping the lighthouse until a freak storm washes him and his lighthouse away. And he finds himself in, not in the coast, but in a marsh instead. My inspiration for this was the actual phenomenon of like finding whales in marshes, which is rare, but it does happen.
Oh.
And he's lost, he doesn't know what to do. He questions his place, how to get home, all of these things. He's humble by nature. He doesn't really think of himself as some great deity because um he was created from sea foam and just pieces of debris from the beach. A few seashells, some pieces of coral, sea foam, and a wish. So now he feels lost being so far away from home, detached from his purpose. Even though the lighthouse is there, he doesn't hear his mom anymore. The lighthouse itself. It's just a building. It's just a building now. So, unsure what to do, he decides to just continue on with his work. And so, in the year 1997, during a freak flood, children go missing, but they don't stay missing for long. Strangely, they do show up again, having no idea how they found themselves back into like neighborhoods where it's easier for them to be found. And they have Shuck to thank for that, but they don't know obviously. So he's just trying to stick to the duties, the things, the habits that he knows of. Luckily, he's not completely alone because the octopus tentacle that's wrapped around his neck is sentient. It does speak. However, he's the only one who understands him. He was also he's also a victim of the storm because the rest of his body is back where the lighthouse used to be. So he's just an arm right now. The twist is that this was meant to happen all along. And the lighthouse deity, the greater deity, you could say, Shuck's mom, is basically, think of it as kind of like a plant, or I'm gonna bring up spores again, damn it. I'm gonna bring up spores again. Basically, lighthouse deities, reproduce by sending off their kids. So, people like,
No.
or creatures like Shuck, who eventually should, in this case, find meaning again. It's basically like a story of finding yourself after, like, moving
Catastrophe.
away from home,
Oh.
or figuring out who you are after you have a taste of independence. Something like that. The little shawl was kind of, I don't know. I still feel conflicted about it because I did want to give him like some an element of the marsh, like it's something that he found and picked up. I wanted to add
Mm-hmm.
more, but I think I kind of forgot along the way. But I did enjoy playing with the texture brushes. That was
Mm-hmm.
new. Trying new things. As for the
Oh,
octopus tentacle, the moment that Shuck begins to realize the truth of his situation and accepts it is the moment his friend starts to grow a new body. It's kind of like a starfish growing an entire body from just an arm. I know octopods don't actually work that way, but it's a deity. Don't question it. It's god logic.
that's the whole point of religion. You don't
I
question
love
it.
that god logic.
It's god logic. Trust me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
There we go, some
I
lighting.
swear,
What
every
are
time
like
I see your stuff, your shading gets better.
I disagree. Although I liked the concept here, I feel like this execution is lackluster by my I don't know, my normal brain standards. I feel like it's lacking
Okay.
some oomph, but thank you. I appreciate it. Then again, it is a simple execution. A seal in a lighthouse keeper's uniform.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think in this case I was trying to convince myself that less is more. And often that is the case. Sometimes. Most of the time. Maybe. I don't know what I'm talking about.
So what
Thank
is that
you.
blue thing? Is it like a mask?
Huh?
Like that light blue filter that came across when you were specs? Is that just a thing of the software?
Oh, I just selected the layer specifically.
Yeah,
It's like
so when you select
selecting.
a layer,
Yeah, but I
sorry
didn't
for
make a
interrupting.
clipping. I didn't make a clipping mask over it. I just selected the elements in the layer and then just colored it in the same layer. Or a layer
Okay.
above, but didn't use a clipping. Anyway, that's Shuck,
Mm-hmm.
as in shucking oysters.
I love him.
I hope
Mm-hmm.
you like him.
Very
I
cute.
really do.
I love Shuck.
I like the little net around his.
Oh,
It was a it was a last minute decision because I thought he has to have something on his tail. It feels a little bare without something, so I added it
Mm.
in.
What?
Thank y'all.
It gives
Thank
like the simplistic style gives like the vibe of something that would be found in a Disney movie.
Oh, oh God, high praise.
Would you? Yeah, but if you noticed, old Disney animated characters, they were quite simple.
They
Like
were,
Gaston
yes.
was just how many shapes was Gaston? Gaston was like one,
Rectangles and
two.
triangles.
Yeah, but like I'm
Fair.
trying to think of all the major like big flat pieces. Gaston was essentially just five,
Hundred eggs.
basically eight. Yeah, yeah.
it was
Every
500
morning I eat
eggs.
five dozen eggs in order to help catch large. And now every morning I eat 6 dozen eggs, and I'm roughly the size of a barge.
Large. That's the only part I remember, the egg thing.
Yeah. Well, it was 4 dozen eggs, and then it was 5 dozen eggs. But yeah, Gaston is just such a good hateable character. I love Gaston to bits.
Back when evil people were kind of fun.
Allowed to be evil, and the
Uh-oh.
scary thing about it is,
Oh shit.
an evil person isn't comically evil. They're evil people are a lot like Gaston. So it's a case of like, if you ask who's like an evil person, like some person could just be an absolute serial killer, like Ted Bundy, for example. He was literally in
Damn.
the police office. Like the police got his description. They're like, okay, this person that it was basically described as Bundy, like same hairstyle, same face, all the way down to the same car. They were just looking at Ted, and they were looking at the description of the guy's like, nah, that can't be Ted. Ted's too nice.
Oh my
Meanwhile,
god.
yeah,
Fumbled the bag.
evil people aren't comically. They don't wear their evil on their sleeves like
That's not how you
Gaston.
use that phrase. I'm sorry. I am loopy.
Well, okay, who?
What? No, it was something I said. I
I'm.
already forgot.
Anywho,
Oh, okay. Because I was ready for a I was ready for a fight.
anywho.
Don't fight me. I'll cry.
Oh, what did you?
So I had this
Yay!
idea, and then like the whole reason for the video prompt is I had this idea, and then I asked, "Oh, hey, can we do deities?" So I was like set from the go on what I wanted to
Oh,
do with
right.
this.
I forgot this was your idea. It's your fault.
It's my
Rose,
just exist
that
now.
is your real name.
You made me draw something wholesome. How dare you?
Hand.
Did you? I suppose too. Yes, hand.
I
So my
recognize.
idea was essentially a like goddess of creation that was
Ooh.
cursed.
Oh, death.
No,
She
like
kills people now.
literally, no, like literally, she had a curse placed upon her, not like cursed as in the idea itself. Is like she got cursed.
Oh,
So the idea is basically that she creates, of course, goddess of creation. She creates things. She
yes.
creates like magical like artifacts. She creates animals and people.
She creates
Like
inanimate
anything,
objects as well. Oh,
yeah, like powerful like objects imbued with magic. She'll create those and send them to Earth.
oh
Mostly she
God.
creates like mostly she creates like animals and people, like living creatures.
Oh God. She's the origin of UFOs.
No
Or
It
conspiracy
just
she's
theories.
drops
she's
them
the
down.
reason why like meteors or wait, what meteors are the ones that actually land on Earth, right? Am I
I
right?
can't
Yeah,
remember.
no meteorites
Yeah.
because
Meteorites. Yeah.
meteorites are made out of the right stuff.
Oh God. No, but for real,
Yeah,
meteorites.
yeah, meteorites because
So
that's how
my
you
head
remember it.
canon
Okay.
is my head canon is before they're meteorites and they're plummeting to Earth, they're actually whole things, but they don't survive the plummet and they end up being meteorites. And it's her fault.
Yeah, when you're
Mm,
like trying to draw something and you like rage quit at drawing something? She does that,
Yes.
but instead she like bundles it up into a ball and just launches it at the planet.
It's here. The dinosaurs.
Excellent.
The dinosaurs. It was her. She
no.
killed them all.
I don't know why it skipped so far.
Yeah,
What
it
did we
skipped
miss?
quite a bit.
Not the bunny. Bunny
Alright,
did.
so we skipped to this part where, so you see on like the one hand, it is basically a cup of like multicolored dye.
Yes.
Like every
Hmm.
color dye exists within that cup, and she can pick from it at will. And on
Oh
the other
my.
hand is like an endless cloth comes out of like the bandages.
Oh. Okay. I was focused
Like she does,
on the loop.
yeah, she has. So she to create things, she will like sew them up like little dolls. Like right here, she's making a rabbit,
It's kind of
and
like
she
wholesome
is
version
just,
of the Bell Dam.
yeah, she is just like the hands. She doesn't have a body. She is just two disembodied hands, and that is her form.
Did she used to
It
have
also meant I didn't have. She didn't. She's just hands.
them? Oh no. My gosh,
Excellent.
girl. I
Ooh.
love her nails though. Drop your
Duh.
artist. I also love that she's morena.
And she like uses her nails to do like tiny little details on the objects she creates.
God, I wish I had that power. No
Just like
fair.
scratch.
How come she gets sewing powers and artist coloring powers?
She gets the tool that like a sculptor gets when they're making something out of clay and they can just use their nails to like draw little lines if they need to.
God, I have yet to reach such mastery. Oh,
The idea is so she went on like that for a while, you know, just creating things and sending them down to planets so they can inhabit the worlds. But
I
then one
get
day
it.
she was cursed. And because of that curse, every seventh item that she creates is like an inversion of what she meant it to be.
Oh
Oh
no.
God.
That's not good.
Like if you ever think about how people say like how can god be all good if if like evil exists?
Oh,
For her,
okay, that's clever.
for
Oh.
her it's because it's a curse. So whenever she creates the seventh object, it turns into like an evil counterpart of what she wanted it to be.
That's
So she
also
makes
kind of
like
tragic because, as a creator, as somebody who creates art, if it is your passion, you can't just stop. Even though if you know it's gonna end up making something bad, you're still gonna do it anyway.
I'd
Always
like
get
Because
to
the good
art
think that
is your
there was
bad.
thing.
Mm.
I'd like to think that there was like a consequence of where for a short period she didn't create anything out of fear, but because
Oh
she didn't create
no!
anything, like nothing on the planets was new, and all the people noticed
Ah,
and they were like, "Hey, what's going on? There's nothing."
that's why dinosaurs were a thing. It's just a case of they were just essentially into an evolutionary bottleneck where nothing could beat the dinosaurs, so they just chucked a rock at the earth and like start over. It gets boring.
Yeah, like nothing new was being like born or created, and so she got back to work because one, it's her passion. She just can't stop herself from creating things. And
Hmm.
two, if she didn't create anything, then all the life that she has created would just like fizzle out.
Oh,
Ah, it's
it's
so
like
cool.
it's like passion and responsibility together.
Oh,
I
it
like
is.
Yeah.
this. I feel like with
Very
Mm.
Deities we had like a
nice.
love letter to life itself, and now we're getting a love letter to creative passion,
Ah,
which is
it's so good.
infinitely more meaningful than Seal.
Eh,
I'd like to think that her place in like a D&D campaign would be that she creates like some magic artifacts, and then the
Why
seventh one is
seven though?
evil.
What
Just
was
because
what was
I
the
need
lore between seven for seven? Why seven?
I needed a number, and I kept going back and forth on like what's something that's like a reasonable number and
the
also
thing is,
makes sense
7
for like a
represents
deity.
luck, right?
I mean, it
Does
I
it?
also
think so.
technically represents go back to like create seventh day.
I was actually gonna
Yeah.
mention that because there are lots of instances in the Bible where the number seven comes up a
Hmm.
lot.
Yeah, that's why I
Change.
landed on
Yeah.
this. Seven comes up a
Lots of
lot in
religion.
like religions. Like just the number seven comes up a lot in religions for whatever reason. So I'm like, that's a good enough number, if anything.
Yeah.
So I
I
think her place
like it.
in yeah, I think her place in a D&D campaign would be that she creates seven objects. The seventh one is evil, and so you have to go around collecting the other 6 objects so that you can fight and destroy the evil one.
Evil one. And of course, the evil
Oh.
one gets picked up by the bad guy, by the
Yeah.
Demon King.
Hmm.
Well, that's why he's evil, is he picked up a cursed object and it turned him evil.
Yeah.
Oh.
I volunteer. I volunteer as tribute. Give me the 7th object. I can handle it. Does she have a name? I love her.
I didn't give her a name, I just couldn't think of one that was fitting. I
As
do
mysterious as its concept.
Palmra?
No, stop.
I mean,
No, I refuse. I mean, I have no right, but I also refuse.
I love the I
like
mean, I don't have a
Arista?
right, but I refuse.
of the word fabric, as in like fabricate. It's like a Latin word that means like to create or like a craftsman.
Creation.
So I thought maybe like Faberna.
Oh,
Oh,
pretty.
okay.
Ooh.
Pretty. Oh god. And now the daunting task
Isn't
of leveling up
Phalanx a...
deity.
No,
No,
Phalanx is
goodness
the
gracious.
Toebone.
Oh,
Tailbone?
The
Is phalanx
Now
not
it's
wheel.
meal
a
time.
formation?
oh,
Oh
we.
god, did I miss the
Phalanx
wheel?
bone. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were both right.
Ooh, her name could be Phalanges.
No.
That
No!
sounds like a disease or a car
Awful.
part. I'm
Okay,
gonna spin
fine.
it as to who goes first. There isn't really a way to decide this.
Oh,
Okay,
Oh,
Cloud.
it's Cloud.
So, a little name here.
of course I go first. Of course! Me! Who? Oh!
Oh, yo!
Yeah.
I get
Solving
the
roses.
beautiful
Yeah.
Morena woman with the pretty manicure.
Anne's lady.
Hands, hands, hands. You can't see it, but I'm attempting to vogue.
It's like
Um,
it's like in Super Smash Brothers how they have those disembodied hands that you fight.
Yeah, the master hands.
Just pretend that I know what you're talking about, because I also play video games.
So, Rose, you evolving. Name. You will be evolving.
A tie? Oh,
ooh,
Oh!
Fine.
narrowly.
Yeah.
the blood woman.
Blood. It's just not blood.
What do you mean?
Oh my
Blood symbolizes
god.
life.
The blood.
And I will
Blood
be
woman.
evolving.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot to
Mother.
mention it. While I was thinking of the
Call
giant
me
squid
mama.
monster, not monster, giant squid goddess, I thought back on the whale that we did a while back, and it gave me lots of similar vibes. Remember?
Oh,
So,
yes, of course.
Mm.
yes.
Of
Yeah.
course, how could I forget whale?
So,
I
you're
mean,
gonna evolve Roro's because Roro can't evolve.
Oh, that's true.
The
Why?
Yeah.
Roro, you'll be evolving clouds.
Yay!
Yay!
I,
Get
I,
sealed, get
I
sealed,
can see you!
get sealed
Okay, so
in a jar and thrown into the ocean.
let me just write that down. Um,
I'll pop
Oh
it
wait,
in
no,
a
I don't need
post.
to write that down.
Yeah, I'll pop it.
Yeah.
I always do.
Okay.
But yes, those were our deities. We'll be evolving them.
Yay!
They probably won't be the next, however, because the next that will be have 2 birthdays this Roro and one of our guest artist V's. So those will be the next 2. Have
Oh,
to
got a
wait and
name
see
ready.
what they will be.
Drop the full government name.
Roros?
Mhm.
No. V.
Said V's. I didn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
Don't-
saying
Yeah.
good job.
I was
I
about to be
know,
like, I
but
didn't
you
do it. I
did.
didn't do it again. Leave me alone. Do it this time, okay?
Somebody else will next time.
I
don't
like
worry.
how anybody watching this has no idea that that happened because it was cut out of the video. But I
Yeah.
accidentally dropped his name last time instead of V, and I had to cut it out.
It
It's
was
actually
so
Mhm.
short
funny.
for
I did it
Victor.
twice too.
And we all laughed about it. Yeah.
Oh wait, no.
I felt bad.
Victoria.
Victoria's
Nessa.
Secret?
Everybody does that.
The
Anywho,
runaway.
we will see you next week.
Mhm.
Yay!
Drop
Bye.
dead, everyone.
Woo.
Goodbye.
Don't do that.